Hello everyone, welcome to drybonesgarage. In this episode, you'll get to see some of what we've been up to the last several months, including some modifications to the shop. Today I have Dad with me helping me voice things over, so I hope you all enjoy.
For some background, Steel Shed in Michigan is not a comfortable workspace. This 1-inch, I forget what the heck this stuff is called, foamulars, polyfoam, whatever the heck it is, did not necessarily seal that well. We tried caulking it, we tried blowing some spray foam into it, it didn't do that well, and the shop has been pretty cussed uncomfortable pretty much from day one. Last winter was kind of the final straw. We're making some adjustments that we hope will be a notable improvement. It seems to be so far. Kind of got inspired watching Spray Jones and some of these DIY guys spraying insulation. Lost my train of thought. Priced out the having the thing insulated, priced out the spray packs, had the intention to spray the attic in the house and completely seal the house up, and started running numbers, and it made sense to buy the foam and an inexpensive machine. In retrospect, I think I would have went a next level up, twice as inexpensive machine, but the one that we got with some modifications I think will do a decent job moving forward. But this is pretty much a lessons learned video, if you will. What we learned and the mistakes that we made in this process, and yeah, hopefully it's entertaining to you. We still need to get a lot more shelving.
You've collected a lot of straps over the years.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of years of driving flatbed. Was trying to outfit both of the trailers so we didn't need to swap from one to the other, just leave the equipment with it. Eventually I want to get toolboxes on that flatbed.
Yeah.
And then build some kind of a cabinet in the nose corner, that enclosed unit.
If you guys see that cat on the box on the Cutlass, that's our new kitty cat. His name's Tigger. He's really cuddly and nice, and he's our barn cat. What's it like to be the coolest barn cat in the world, Tigger? Tigger. Answer.
We're working towards the plate, but we got to get your car done. We got to get this thing lined out. This car is getting neglected. Has been getting neglected in favor of all the other projects. Granted, all the other projects are, being done in favor over your car. So your car has been getting neglected for the last however long. Took a while to get the wiring lined back out on that Hummer after the rodents had their way with it. And then that Dodge was giving us nightmares between the FCM and the IPM, and we're gonna have to do a video on that pretty soon. Okay, we got coolant right up to the top. What we don't have is an overflow. Apparently it is under a little pressure. So, where can we put this? How can we deal with this? Internet says there's no way that's gonna fit not comfortably under the hood. Okay, so what we need to do, can we hold this here? Okay, so this is too tall. I'm not happy about that. I wanted to use the factory one. This one's going to be too tall as well.
We have multiple.
I've got a 1 liter, I've got a 2 liter, and then I've got a factory for a truck. If I recall, the F body sits like right here. And again, there's no reasonable way to make that fit unless we plant it over here, and that eliminates our ability to put the HVAC back in the car, which I want to do once we pull that engine to rebuild it. I do not like the look of those headers. Holy crap, what the heck happened to those things? Probably the coolant spraying all over them when we... No, this side looks like in a sack too. So much for ceramic coating. I think we'll pull those and wrap them. Where did the 1 liter bottle go? It's a little on the small side. We'll have to run it almost empty for that to accommodate the expansion, but that one should fit. Okay, this is going to be a pain in our backside. Maybe we should just move to working on the shop. Otherwise, I'm going to be walking around this thing. We've got too much of this torn up right now to really be organized. Have we talked to them about what's going on here, what our intentions are, what we've been battling, or just, you know, life has been lifing? An absolute crap ton's been going on. And we've been ridiculously busy. Well, maybe not ridiculously, but we've been very occupied for the last several months, but we haven't really been producing anything as far as content goes. Have we talked to anybody about what's going on or why? Does anybody know what we're doing or how come?
We're working with our, was working with our attic.
We've been working with that. We had to rebuild half the harness underneath the Hummer when the rodents got to it. And then in prep for a trip that we were planning for Wisconsin, we kind of got overrun by the Dodge with the IPM and the FCM and lighting issues that just we could not get figured out. Thought we had it figured out. Made another planned trip to Arkansas, got halfway down there and the lights failed again mid-trip. So we had to do, I'm not going to say essentially roadside repairs, but we were scrambling to come up with a solution to the lighting issue so we could reliably pull that trailer back safely regardless of what the weather, you know, the sun was doing. And that took up a fair amount of time. That's going to be upcoming. We also sustained damage to the trailer that we're going to repair. So there's a lot that's been going on. And the shop is suffering right now because we have been intending to insulate the shop using spray foam. We have the equipment, we have the material. What we haven't had is the weather. We're just now finally starting to get half decent weather. You know, there's a lot that's been going on. And I don't think we've spoken to it. So we're kind of scrambling here. There's plans tonight. I don't have a whole lot of time today. I can't tell if it can see me or not. So we're just trying to get something done and get some traction here as we get reorganized and reset and start getting back on Amanda's car. So I guess come along for the ride. If you want.
You repeat yourself, but then you say something a little different every time to like go along with what you repeat, and it'd be weird cutting it out, so that's why I leave some of it in sometimes.
My circular thinking.
Yeah.
My ADD. That thing is pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Grandpa does good work.
He does. What's the whirly noise?
That is the less expensive throttle body on that thing. They didn't machine them very well for being particularly quiet. That's one of the projects I wanted to do this winter, but the winter was so long and so cold and we were so under insulated that, yeah, that was one of those, yeah, we'll do that when it gets warmer, and it never did. You show them what happened with this? I got an explosion under the hood of the car. Funny thing is it never showed partial fail. At this point, I'm pretty sure it's the rat.
The what?
The radiator. I think we're good on this side. Got a 4-course hitting. What we'll do is we'll cut this down, all of that, and we'll just screw that back into place and patch it. If we have to weld it, we'll weld it. But I think that's a full sheet, and we'll just screw it top and bottom, and that'll close that off. And we'll do that when the weather turns. Yeah, fine. Now that we've smeared that all over the floor. I don't know that this stuff will work on coolant. I forget what rate that stuff's supposed to absorb, but I think that might be more for spill control than absorbing it up off the floor. This stuff actually looks pretty good.
That's silica?
I have no idea what this is. I was kind of shocked at the expense of it. I couldn't find the plain old, like that night clay type oil absorb. So I read up on this, and they were talking about just a ridiculous absorption rate. I forget how many times its volume. I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. If this stuff is as great as they say it is, over the long haul, they should save me money. That stuff actually didn't do a bad job. Maybe we should put a link. Hey, if you're trying to try this stuff, it ain't like we got to store anything for it. I don't know how that would work with the jungle site, but should have put one of those face shields on. I was nervous about those blades coming apart and taking me off at the neck. Got some power.
It was a fun experience.
I just remember all the rat nests and the smell and the hacking.
More of that coming up soon.
Yeah, you tried to make it look as I'm sitting there dying.
I love this shot.
Yeah, right there.
That was an accident. I accidentally pressed the
torture.
slow motion on the camera.
On a happy note, they no longer have access
To the shop anymore.
unless they can manage to squeeze through the door openings, but those are pretty tight.
Yeah. Oh, we also replaced the garage opener. Didn't get that on camera though.
Have to look at your final shot of this. It might actually show in there.
Yeah.
People might be asking why we were as lackadaisical as we were with the masking towards the end there, and that's kind of why, as we didn't care. We were intending or expecting to be replacing certain mechanicals. And the other part was the gun, just we can get to that. You can see the machine there. That's, last I checked, about $1,800 on Amazon. They've got one out there for about $4,200. If you guys want to insulate your shop and you decide to do it yourself, I would highly recommend that other machine. That said, the one we got with some modification will work well too, much better than it did for us after a little post-project research. I discovered there's a gun out there for about $250, and then you can use
A, B. Big as life on the body.
container
of that,
heaters
so we don't
to
mix
get
it
your
up. I wonder how big this reservoir actually is.
to get your activator
In
and
theory, this thing is set
resin
up
to
and
the
ready
right
to
temp.
go. But the directions were next to useless on this thing, so
Correction, absolutely
it
useless.
doesn't really tell us what to do or how to do if it isn't right.
The foam in the container that's coming up here is absolutely because of the humidity in the air.
It's foaming up, but it's not setting up.
Again, the humidity in the air.
Unfortunately, everything's in Chinese, so that stuff looks like it's turning the foam right inside the.
And it was. We had to dig
Yeah,
that
that's
out.
just reverting back to liquid. According to the internet, that should look like syrup, and it's getting frothed up because of a loose connection, but the connection really wasn't. There's no weepage. I saw no moisture.
Spent hours picking that stuff out of the gun.
Yeah. I think you had Erin do a lot of that.
She did some of it, but between the two of us, yeah, it was a lot of wasted time.
It looks long, but it's working, so I'm gonna leave it.
Literally used AI to translate the switches.
This is mine?
Yeah.
All right.
We did not have the control over the gun that I would have liked to have had. We already discussed this a little bit. There is one on Amazon for about $250 that would have done a much better job on that machine with some minor modifications to the delivery, basically fittings on the hoses.
And here we're just circling what we missed, or
Yeah.
some spots
In
where-
part because we could not control it. We were just kind of flinging the snot at the walls, and it was getting all over everything, including my face shield, so I was running blind most of the time. You know, the gap like right there that we were circling, all of that, with that other gun, we would have been able to control better. Demon spawn.
We had a few problems with the air
I hate
compressor,
earwigs.
but we eventually managed to finish up the rest of the shot.
Oh, that compressor was a nightmare.
Didn't really want to film that because it was really messy and I didn't want to get the cameras more gunky than they already are. So now it's just time for cleanup. Gotta move some stuff out of the way.
First, the motor let go because it was stored for so long. Got a small motor because of the power availability out in the shop. It was underdriving the pump. Found that out in retrospect. The pump locked up. Got a new one. Couldn't get the volume that we needed. I think we actually burned up the motor and had to buy a new motor and then get the right pulley. and readjust everything and get it all lined out on the tanks. That took a week of farting around in parts and whatnot. I don't think we got any of that on video.
No. Well, I took the tractor and I moved as much out of this space I could. I tried moving this stuff, but the engine ended up smacking against the door here. I'm gonna tell Dad about that soon, but I'll clean what I can right now of this floor. Second verse, same as the first. I feel like we should have just continued with the using the tarp, because that was a lot of work.
No, the tarp ended up being a joke. What we should have done is laid down a heavy plastic.
Oh, yeah.
That we didn't care about at all. And then who cares if we run it over with the hard wheels and hurt it?
A lot of scraping.
That I would have done that again. The gun was just a mother to control, and we were kind of flinging stuff in the general direction where we knew it was light. That stuff would get behind the visor. Got all over my glasses. Burn your eyes. Man, that stuff was miserable to work with. I know why they have the gasketed face masks. Again, if you guys are deciding to do this, I would highly recommend the gasketed face mask.
Erin's such a good painter.
She's got a knack for that stuff.
Go get him, girl.
I don't remember why she quit.
I don't think she was feeling too well.
Was that what it was? We opted to paint everything. Granted, the floor wasn't part of everything. It got a lot of overspray. Wasn't too worried about it, thought we'd scrub that right off, but yeah, that didn't quite happen, so. In retrospect, we would have laid some heavy Visqueen or something down over the floor. That opener was getting tired, we weren't worried about it. Replaced it almost as soon as we were done with this.
How many of these can I get out of this?
In theory, that shelf is going to be temporary. But yeah, this is redneck butchery right here.
Okay. That'll be good enough for what it's intended for.
Here's the finished product. For now, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I don't know if you have anything to say, Dad.
Yeah, we got a few more upgrades coming, but yeah, come along for the ride.
Thank you guys for watching.
See you next time.
Hello and welcome to Bonehead Garage. At least that's what we look like in this episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Better?
La 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 la.
Hey-ho. Herpa-derpa-derpa-doo.